back of the mat. Open the feet up nice and wide near the edges. But, okay. And soften your knees and go ahead and take your first forward fold. So we're at the back of the mat with our feet nice and wide. And we just let the spine stretch, let the head hang a little bit. Pull the belly in just so gently. And let your arms hang. Yeah. You just kind of feel the weight of the upper body, pulling some space into the tension. And then walk your hands over to the right. Maybe go slightly off the right side of the mat so you feel the left side of your back stretch a little more. Take a few breaths here, like deeply breathing through the nose. And then slowly, gently walk your hands around to the other side. Try not to let your hips move too much, like the hips stay where they are. And you just kind of move the upper body so that you can change the angle. Take yourself slightly off the midline to open up some space on the right side. And then we'll come back to the center. And this is really important because we're still kind of cold and we're in that forward bend for a long time. So I really want to make sure your knees are bent and your belly is in. Tuck your chin, tuck your tail, and come up really slowly. Really using the strength of your core to rise and support your spine. And then lift and roll your shoulders. Let's roll them a couple of times. Just make sure you can feel them moving in all the directions. And then we'll go the other way, just like up and forward. And then just moving the upper back. Good, and then take a deep breath. Let's reach the arms high. And exhale, fold right back in. Good, we'll keep the feet wide, but this time bend the knees 90 degrees. So really drop your hips back, take your gaze forward, and take your arms behind you. I think arms forward might be a little bit of a strain at this moment. The hands are not clasping, they're actually just reaching back, and see if you can get your hips lower than your head. I see a lot of you with your head low and your hips high. See if you can switch that up. Can you bend your knees more and look forward? Better, even more. Drop the hips as low as your knees. Lift your chest a little bit. There you go. And now imagine I put a big ball, like a beach ball, between your knees and I said, squeeze it. Yeah. So we're going to juice up the legs. Get the big muscles going. Lift your arms a little higher than your back. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Give me one more breath. And then exhale, just fold back into the softness. Knees soft, head down. And then we'll roll up one more time, like a rag doll, with that lots of support from the inside, from the core, pulling yourself up from the inside. Good. Inhale, arms reach. Drop your right arm down by your right side. Take a little stretch to the right. And then go ahead and lift your left leg up and out to the side. Go ahead and step your left foot down. Stay in that side stretch to the right, but now lift the right leg up. Yeah. And then we put that one down and we bring both arms high. Good, drop the left arm by your side. Take a little stretch to the left. It's just like waking up the side body. The lats, like just all up in there. And then the right leg floats out. Just challenging a little balance right here in the moment. And bring the right leg down and lift the left one out to the side. And as you touch that one down, both arms reach. And exhale, forward fold. Nice work. Halfway lift, inhale. Let's start walking the hands forward. Come into your first plank. Nothing like the smell of Burger King when you're doing yoga, right? Man, that feels weird. Pull the right knee to the right elbow. Yep, and then step it back. Pull the left knee to the left elbow. Step it back. 2 more. That's 1. Left side. And 2. Right knee, right elbow. Left knee, left elbow. And then go ahead and lay yourself down. Knees can go down first, but lower slowly. Use your muscles. Inhale for cobra. And then exhale, downward facing dog. All right. So we push a little extra from the hands so the hips rise. It feels like it's tail high in the air and head low. And then we'll look at the hands and start walking our feet right up to the top of the mat. Bring the feet together. Lift halfway on the inhale. Fold deeply on your exhale. And then bend your knees, sink your hips, chair pose. Sink down just a little bit lower and then push through both feet and come up. Come all the way up like you want to reach for the sky. And then the hands come right to the heart. Good. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift on the in-breath. We'll go to plank and lower on the same exhalation. So moving into a flow, more of a rhythm. Inhale for cobra. It's your first one. Be gentle. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Nice work. So think about this. Hips high and head low. And I understand when it's a little chilly, sometimes we want to keep our socks on. But if you have shoes on, you might actually want to lose the shoes. So you have a little bit more of like a sensation of being able to feel your feet on the ground. Let's take one more breath here and then look forward and walk our feet up to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold deeply, exhale. And with a flat back, please rise up to standing. Lift your head and chest, reach the arms all the way up, and then pull the hands to the heart. Good, inhale, arms reach again. Keep moving and breathing. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift on the in-breath. Soften your knees, touch your fingers down, and step back with the right foot. It's a big lunge to the back of the mat. All 5 toes on that right foot are grounding into the mat, and then rise up for high crescent lunge. You come on up facing forward. The chest plate is forward. Yeah. Everybody looks so cute in their sweats and their sweaters and everything. So bundled. Let's see if we can stay strong in the core. And let's just bend the elbows and bring the elbows down in toward the rib cage. Just puff the chest up a little more so you feel a little heat in the back body. Try not to let the belly button like pop out in front. Got to keep that drawn in. Now we're going to imagine like we're pushing the air in front of us. Just like push the air forward and lay your body out parallel with the ground. Make sure your back leg is straight and strong. Lots of muscles hugging bone today to create a little bit of heat. Still balancing on the back toes. And then just go ahead and place the right hand down. Circle the left arm up to the sky for your spinal twist. Pay attention to the ways that you are using your muscles. Try not to allow any collapse on the right side of your body. So the right knee is lifted, the right hip is lifted. Kind of push down and out through your feet and squeeze your legs into your hips. And then see if you can twist a little more at the waistline. Good. Then the eyes come down, the hands come down. Step into plank. Right knee, right elbow. Left knee, left elbow. Right knee, right elbow. Left knee, left elbow. One more set. Just making a little bit of heat. Keep pushing the floor away, and then go ahead, lower down slowly. Cobra on the in-breath. Downward facing dog on the out-breath. I think it might be working. You're getting a little pink in your cheeks. It's good. All right, take one more breath here. And then look forward and just simply walk to the top of the mat. Bring your feet together at the top and then lift halfway. Inhale. Fold deeply on the exhale. And then bend your knees, sink your hips, reach your arms, chair pose. We're going to bring the hands to heart center and then lift off of the heels so you're doing the chair on your toes. Just focus on those little integrations that are helping you balance right now. There's a real feeling of being present inside. And then we're going to sink the heels and reach the arms back to your chair. Press through both feet, come all the way up. Stand tall. And then exhale, forward fold. Let's dive right in. Nice, lift halfway. Soften your knees, touch your fingers down, left leg lunges. All 5 toes of the left foot are grounded. Even if you're in socks, you can feel all 5 toes kind of press into the mat and then rise on your inhale. The arms sweep up, the biceps are near the ears. And sometimes we have to make adjustments when we get there. The one thing you don't want to do is squeeze the right knee into the center line. You want to actually press out into the pinky toes, into the lateral borders of the feet, and then draw the legs in at the hip socket. Good. Bend the elbows like goddess arms, and then pull them in even more, elbows into the waistline. Feel your upper back start to squeeze, your chest start to puff, but the belly button stays in. And then we push the air in front of us, just like push and lay yourself out. Your hands can now face each other. Imagine you're holding a ball between your hands. Yeah, so the arms stay alive. There's a feeling of working in the core all of the time. And then left hand touches down on the earth. The right arm circles up for your twist. Just be mindful of how you move your body. How you align, looking for spaces sometimes that check out and collapse and see if you can lift them back up. So the left side sometimes collapses here. I want you to pick up the left side, the knee, the hip, and then really push into that left hand and see if you can open the right chest just a little more. That's beautiful. Eyes down, hands down. Step back to plank. Good. Lower yourself down nice and slow. Inhale for cobra. And then exhale, downward facing dog. All right. Let's go ahead and step the right foot outside the right hand. So step it forward and outside of your hand. It's going to be a little wide. And then step the left foot outside the left hand. Again, a little wide. And then roll yourself up like a rag doll. Take your time, nice wide stance, rolling up. And then lift and roll your shoulders back. And then be a little dramatic with me. Let's lift and roll the shoulders forward, drop the head, drop the chin, and come all the way down. Bend your knees, come all the way down into Malasana, a deep squat. Tuck your tailbone, tuck your chin. And then start straightening your legs. And from there, roll up like a rag doll. Lift and roll the shoulders back. And then we lift and roll the shoulders forward, drop the head forward, round like a rag doll, but then bend into the knees, come all the way down, tucking the chin, tucking the tail. And then one more time, just rolling up, straighten the legs, curling up through the spine. Good, inhale, arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. Lift halfway on the inhale. Let's touch the mat and take that big lunge with the right foot again. Lunge toward the back of the mat. This time your stance is a little wider, so keep that right foot near the right edge and put the right knee down. Good. Rock a little forward, bending into the left knee, and then pull back a little bit. So rock forward and then pull back a little. And so we go back and forth and we dance between a half split and a low lizard lunge. And you can play with that range of motion, depends on what feels good. Maybe you start small and then it grows a little bit bigger. Aggie, put that foot forward more. Yeah. Safer for your knee. Yeah. Good. The next time you're in the lizard lunge, stay there. And then start walking your hands forward. How far can you walk the hands out without putting the elbows down? So you keep some of that core integration. Yeah, and if you need to double up your mat on the right side, that sometimes on the cement you might need a little extra cushion. It feels like your legs are being pulled apart, but what I'd really love for you to feel right now is legs drawing in toward the hips. Squeeze that left knee in toward the body. So we don't overexploit the flexibility. We create a balanced action. Good, one more breath here. And then slowly just start walking your hands back, straighten the left leg, and come into the full expression of your half split. Ardha Hanumanasana, fun to say. And that front leg is straight, but lift your head and lift your chest, as if your heart was pulling out toward your left knee. Yeah, and then pull the shoulder blades back and down, collarbones wide. Maybe your hands can go up onto the right shin or ankle and you find your balance. It'll make you recruit even more muscles. You would try and stay warm. Right? Focus past your own foot. Maybe the front edge of your mat. Take one more breath. And then release your hands, bend your front knee so you reestablish your lunge. You can tuck your right toes and step your left leg back to plank pose. Nice. Take a deep breath in. One push-up. Go all the way down, come back up, and then lower all the way down to the belly. Yeah, inhale for cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Okay. So once again, we look at the top of the mat and we start to walk forward. Bringing the feet together. Lift halfway on the inhale. Fold deeply on the exhale. Bend your knees, sink your hips. Chair pose. Are we starting to warm up a little bit? You're starting to feel like inside your clothing there's some heat building. Yeah, it's good. Let's keep it like that. Push through both legs. Come on up. Stretch long to the sky. And then the hands to the heart. Good. Arms reach. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Soften the knees. Take a big, long, and wide step back with your left foot. Go back toward the left edge of the mat. Put the knee down. And then play a little bit with your own flexibility, your own sensations, and rock it a little bit into that lizard lunge, and then pulling back into the half split. And you can kind of play with the range. You can start small and then you can build it to something a little longer, a little deeper. Be gentle. This is not like a pulsing or a bouncing of any kind. It's a curiosity and an exploration. And then the next time you're forward, let's stay. Start to walk your hands out. See if you can get some support from the core. Walk out the hands without putting your elbows down. And of course, if you need to put your elbows down, you do it. But it's just a suggestion to stay on the hands so that you have to engage your core, right? Instead of just dropping into gravity. And then the nuance here is to work that right leg. Squeeze the knee in toward the body. And both legs are kind of squeezing into the hip sockets. So we're feeling that sensation of muscles hugging bones. And that back knee could be down. Yeah. That's it. Take another breath. And then slowly walk your hands back. As you do, the right leg straightens. And so we start out by just looking forward and then lifting the chest. Shoulder blades back, collarbones wide. See if you can get that right leg straight and a little flex in the foot. So the knee is straight and the toes are up. And then maybe your hands can go onto your shin. And try not to sit back on the left leg. Come forward. Like so, come forward so you have a lot less pressure on the back knee. Yeah, more pressure on the front. And once you take your hands onto your leg, then again we're recruiting more muscles to try to maintain that stability. Focus. Look past your own toes, maybe at the front edge of your mat. We'll take one more breath here. And then you can release your hands down, reestablish your lunge. We tuck the left toes and step back into plank. Belly firm, arms strong, with knees down or not. Give me one push-up. And then lower to the belly. Inhale here for cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. All right, how are we feeling? We good? Okay. Right foot steps up, stay on your left toes. High crescent lunge, come on up. All right, so a little bit of a challenge here in the core again. See if you can make yourself straight up, like really lift the crown of your head. Open your arms out like a T. Let's go ahead and twist to the right, water wheel. So the challenge here is going to be stay facing the right. Like keep your twist, but very slowly start to lower your left hand toward the mat without touching. So you stay in your twist, but you hover. Use the back leg more. Almost touching the mat, like literally like a half an inch from touching the mat. Hover, and then bring yourself right back up. Beautiful. Turn and face forward, both arms reach. And then exhale, take a flow. Hands down, step back. Lower nice and slow. Inhale for cobra. And exhale, find your way up and back, downward facing dog. So head down, hips high. So there's no tension in the back of the neck. Yeah. And then when you're ready, left foot steps up. Stay on the right toes for high crescent lunge. Dig down into the mat as you reach up high for the sky. The arms come up, and we try to come upright. It might feel a little tight in the right hip flexor. You could soften the right knee a little bit here if you need to. So there's no pressure in your lower back. But then open the arms like a T. Begin your water wheel to the left side, a rotation through the waistline. We're going to really try to hold the twist. We're going to keep the body facing the left and really slow and with control start to lower the right hand toward the mat. Like how low can you go without touching? Right? So you just hover there while you're twisting. Maybe you even look at your left thumb. And then slow and controlled. You rise back up. Turn and face forward. Both arms reach. And exhale, flow it out. Back to what you know. Hands down, step back, lower. Good. Breathe in for cobra. And breathe out as you return to downward facing dog. Okay. So our first warrior one. Right foot steps, left foot turns flat. Be generous with your stance here. It could be a little bit long and a little bit wide. Some of you are on a tight rope and some of you are kind of bunched up in the legs. So if you have long legs, like Dina has long legs, make your stance longer. You'll have so much more freedom in your hips, yeah? Do you feel it? Yeah, I got you. And then give me that little more lift out of the waist. Put a little bit of a lean back so your weight moves into your back foot. Now I want you to keep feeling the way it feels to have weight in your back foot. And then take your arms down and behind you without clasping and lean your body forward without losing that action in the back leg. Now, while you're leaning forward, can you internally rotate the left leg? That means your leg bone turns in, so the inner thigh kind of turns toward the sky. Yeah, that's really good. Now, keep that action in the back leg, but rise back up into your warrior one. Arms sweep. We lean back until we feel weight in the back foot, the chest wide, facing forward. Take a nice deep breath in. And then bring the hands to the heart, lean forward again, and hook the left elbow outside the right knee. So keep your awareness on that back foot grounded. It's a long stretch through the left side body, and believe it or not, if you bend your right knee, it might be easier. Push a little bit into the elbow, see if you can get the chest to open a little wider. Nice. And then keep the hands in prayer, slowly return to center, full expression, arms reach, take a breath, and then take a flow. Hands down, step back lightly, lower, nice and slow. Breathe in deeply as you do your back bend, and breathe out as you go to downward facing dog. Yeah. You're doing great. So we'll come into warrior one on the other side. Left foot steps, right foot flat, come on up slowly. The arms reach high. And at first we're always leaning a little bit into the front leg. So I want you to kind of extend the body up and back. So you start to feel a little bit of weight, a little bit of work in the back leg. Ground the pinky toe of the back foot. That's it. And then sweep the arms down and behind you, but lean forward. Just feel what it feels like to lean forward on purpose and not lose the action of the back leg. And then turn that right leg in a little bit. So the knee turns, the leg bone turns in the hip socket. You're going to keep that internal rotation. Feels like the inner thigh is trying to turn up toward the sky. It's not going to go all the way, but that's the direction. And then we sweep the arms up and back. We come back into that warrior one. Keep your awareness on the back leg, but bring your hands to heart center. And then lean forward again and hook the right elbow outside the left knee. So the whole idea here is that we're opening wide across the chest. We're turning the chest to the left. The thumbs move toward the heart moves toward the thumbs. We push into the palms in order to get the elbows wide, the chest wide, and that elbow is giving you leverage to turn more. Left knee bends, hips drop, spine lengthens. Now hold all of that in the foundation and return to center. Reach your arms up high to the sky, take a breath, and then exhale, take your flow. And you can double up on the push-ups, you can skip them completely, you can go right to down dog. So if you need a break, you take it. If you want to you're just getting going and you want to increase intensity, I open a space for what you need in this moment. All right, push back a little. Let's step the right foot forward. Stay on the left toes, but don't rise this time. Walk your hands down the left side of the mat. Good. And so you're going to turn and face the left. Pivot your feet so your toes are to the long edge. Yep. Nicely done. Let's put the right hand down and twist open to the left. So I see many of you have your palm flat, and that's beautiful. Let's push into the earth and see if we can get a little bit more open in the chest. And focus on keeping the head right in front of the tail so that you stay straight and rotate kind of deep from the center. Now, could you come off the palm and onto the fingertips? And then even lighten the load on the fingertips and float your hand above the mat. And twist a little deeper. That's it. Still working both arms. Without touching down. See if you can lift your fingers off of the ground and still feel that core integration. Now, slowly come to a flat back with arms out like a T. Good. Take a breath and then put your hands on your hips. Inhale, rise slowly. Push down through your feet as you come up. Take a little back bend here. We've been in a forward fold, so when you come up, maybe we open the front of the body with a little length. Beautiful. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Left hand down, right arm up. Spinal twist. So we start with that grounded feeling. We use the ground beneath us to create that integration, the push-pull. And then maybe we go from a flat palm into the fingertips. And you can feel like there's a little less ability to like use the ground beneath you to deepen the pose. So now you gotta go to what's inside of you, right? Lift off the fingertips and integrate the core. Turn your spine, turn your chest. That's it. I like what I see. Just floating the fingers just above the mat, but still twisting. Try to keep your spine long. Draw the head back slightly. Now, belly in to support. Arms out like a T. Come to a flat back. Nice. We won't stay there long because that could be a strain. Belly in for sure. And then hands on your hips. Empty your lungs. We'll rise on an inhalation. Good. Inhale, reach your arms. Exhale, hands come back to the hips. Let's turn our feet. So the toes go out, the heels stay in. So we're externally rotating the legs. And then we bend both knees. Just kind of touch down in there. See what that feels like. Yeah, I like how some of you are rocking side to side, just making sure that your feet are the right distance apart. And then take both arms up overhead. Just reach high to the sky. It's interesting to reach up and sit down at the same time. Yep. Maybe a little pull down through the tail. And then press your legs and come all the way up. Hands return to your hips. Good. Let's just take the left foot and turn it in. Keep the right foot turned out and come to warrior two. So you might have to adjust your feet just a little bit here, but warrior two, right leg is forward and bent, chest wide open. Okay. Pumping warrior. Inhale, arms reach straight up, the leg straightens. Exhale, bend the knee and come in a little deeper. Good. Again, inhale, arms reach. Exhale, bend the knee, come on in. One more time. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, bend that right knee, press it back a little bit, and then reverse warrior. As you go up, make sure you remember to keep the right knee bent. Lower belly in, pelvic floor lift. Very nice work. Take one more breath and then return to center. We'll straighten the front leg for triangle pose. Triangle. The stance can be the same, but the leg in the front is straight. Looks like most of you know where to go. I'm going to give you a little bit of time. And so we can start with the right hand on the shin with lots of support. Pushing down into the shin to expand the spine and get more length. And then maybe you start to lighten the load. Let's wrap the left arm behind the back. Take a half bind. That kind of helps draw that left chest open. And then we'll take the weight off of that right hand and put it on the heart. Now twist a little more. Yeah. Tailbone down, head, neck, and shoulders back. The spine feels long. It's like more enjoyable for the spine when there's no compression. And then release your arms. One goes up, one goes down. And we'll rise back up for warrior two. Really nice. Just touch warrior two. And then simple transition. We're just going to straighten the front leg, turn our feet, and go into warrior two to the other side. Very efficient transition. And then we'll pump the warrior. 3 big, beautiful pumps. Straightening the left leg, bending deeper into the left leg. Arms sweeping to the sky, and then coming back in a little lower. Yep. Beautiful. 3 beautiful times that we're pumping loads of oxygen, moving some circulation, and then we hold our warrior two. And then reverse the warrior. Feel the side body. Let's look up at the left hand. Bend that left knee. Take it a little deeper. Don't lose the sensation of the back leg. You guys look amazing here. Take another breath. And then as you return to warrior 2, pause for a second and then just straighten the left leg and we come right to triangle pose. Again, just a little touch into the side body. See if you can maintain some muscular energy in the legs. Press down through your big toes and hug the quadriceps onto the bones. All right. So we use that bottom hand. We press into the shin to get a little more space. And then let's wrap the right arm behind the back. Once you have that bind, you can pull the right shoulder blade back. And then lighten the load of the left hand and place it on your heart. See if you can draw the tailbone down and your head, neck, and shoulders back. So your body straightens. There you go. I see it. Keep the chest broad. Keep that front leg straight. No collapsing into the left hip. And then release your arms. Reach for the sky. Reach for the earth. Rise back up. Good. And then just turn and face the side. So we'll change our feet one more time. Toes in, heels out. No, I changed my mind. Heels in, toes out. Put your hands on your hips and come back into your goddess. So hands are on the hips. We're just going to let the legs get a little juicy here. Now, earlier in one of our lunges, we did this thing where we laid out, body flat, parallel to the ground. So there's going to be a change in the angle of the pelvis here. So you got to be careful. As you start to bend forward, stick your booty out and bring your chest down. That's it. Now, when you stick the booty out, it doesn't mean tailbone rises. We want to keep the tailbone flat so that there's still some integration. Good. Take your right arm forward, bicep near your ear. And then reach the right arm around and grab your left knee. Forward and around, grab your knee. Yes, now release the left hand and take a twist. Hips low, chest high. Beautiful. Use that right arm to pull you into the twist a little deeper. Both legs are bent, knees are kind of pointing out. And then we come back to center. Put one hand on each knee. Rise up slowly. Tail down. Straighten your legs. Reach your arms for the sky. Let it recover for a moment. All right. Bend your elbows. Bend your knees. Goddess pose. Or double warrior. Some of you want to feel your inner goddess. Some of you need to dig in and find your inner warrior. But just know that we all have both. So the one you're more comfortable in, call in the other. Name the pose the other, right? Hands go to your hips. Mindful here. The toes are pointing out, the knees are pointing out, the knees are bent. And then we're going to hinge at the hip and try to go forward. Booty sticks out a little bit, head drops down, back flat. Left arm goes bicep to the ear. And then we reach around to grab the right knee. Release the right arm high and enjoy that spinal twist. Core integration. There's no dumping here. There's no room for anything to actually let go and release. We need to pull in from the pelvic floor, from the core, in the obliques. Use your left hand. Make that right arm reach a little higher. And then return to center. Hands on your hips, rise slowly. Straighten your legs, reach your arms to the sky. Good. All right, so kind of like the pumping warrior, 3 times. Bend your knees, draw the elbows all the way down into your waistline. And then inhale, come back up. And again, bend the knees, come down, elbows squeeze in, and then reach back up. Last one. Take it down, hold. Spread your fingers wide, squeeze your elbows in behind your ribs, head up, chest puffy. Now can you draw the tailbone down and open your knees more? Lift your right heel. Yep, dig in a little on those toes, and then draw that heel down and lift the other side. Head up, soft face. And then the heel drops down. We straighten the legs and reach for the sky. Oh, it's so good. Exhale, forward fold. Release your hands to the mat. Take a deep breath and then let out a little ah. Good. We're going to walk our hands to the right so they return to the front of the mat. Pivot your feet. You can actually get up on your left toes and then step the right leg back for plank. Good. Lower down nice and slow. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right. Right leg rises behind you. Take a breath. On the exhale, come forward to plank, knee to elbow, right side. Good. This time all the way back to that one leg down dog. Come forward, knee to belly. Squeeze it tight. Push back through your left heel. Inhale. One more time, all the way up. And then cross body, right knee, left elbow. Hold. Look out to the left. Step your right leg out to the left from under you. Put the pinky toe down. And then reach your left arm up. Enjoy the stretch. So both legs are straight. Yep. Pivot the back heel down, Kim. There you go. Head back a little bit. Core rising, hips rising, chest puffy, right? And then release left hand down. Pull your right leg back to plank and lower. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath, lift your left leg high. So the one leg down dog into plank with knee to elbow. Just pull it forward, left knee, left elbow. Good. Inhale as you return to one leg down dog. Then it's knee to belly, right through the center. Keep the gaze forward. One leg down dog. And then cross body. Left knee, right elbow. Pull it in tight. And then slide that leg under you. Land on the pinky edge of your foot. Lift your right arm high. Hips high. Yes, everything's lifting here. Both legs are straight. Head is back. That's it. And then you return to plank. Pull the left leg back behind you. Lower yourself down nice and slow. Inhale for cobra. And exhale into the last down dog of the morning. So push back a little. Enjoy the shape. Reconnect with your breath. And then go ahead and come to a seated position. We have enough heat to be in a seat? Yeah? Okay. That's good. And actually, if you keep the layers on now, you'll keep the heat in. Yeah. So go ahead and put your feet on the mat in front of you. Knees bent. Touch your toes, ankles, and knees together like you have one leg. Yep. And then you can flex your feet, so just the heels kind of dig into the floor, to the mat. And then extend your arms forward, but lean back. So a little flex on the heels, a little squeezing, so the midline, you feel the midline, right? Toes, ankles, knees touching. And then interlace all of your fingers except for the index. Take a little twist to the right. Just go outside of the knees, enough that you feel something shift in the core work. This is your obliques, it's your waistline. If you're rounding the upper back, pull the shoulder blades back and sit up a little more. Remember that puff the chest feeling. That's it. And then come through the center and over to the other side. It's not a big twist. You don't have to go all the way. I think you'll miss it if you do. So you just go past the knees and hold. You can feel that, can't you? What happens right there around your ribs? So sometimes less is more, right? take that funny look off your face, right? Relax your shoulders back and your chest puffs up. And then come back to the center, grab your knees, put your feet down, and rest for a second. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to turn that up a notch. Toes, ankles, knees touching, but this time legs come off the ground. Arms begin to reach forward. The same level of integrity in your spine. So if you feel like this is happening, it's because your shoulder blades are too wide and you're sinking into your lower back. So you got to sit up on your sit bones and pull the shoulder blades back. And then just keep reaching forward like you have a ball between your hands. Just something to squeeze into. And remember the midline, toes, ankles, knees. The knees separate so easily here, but if you just, if you just pull them together, you'll feel that heat. And then just put your feet down and grab your knees, rest forward. Let your back stretch a little bit. Hang your head toward your knees. All right, we've got one more round. So we're going to lean back. We're going to lift our feet. We're going to keep the chest wide, and we're going to take those arms forward. And then I want you to really check the integrity of your spine. Shoulders back, chest puffy, and then take the arms out wide like a T. Make sure that doesn't make you collapse into the lower back. Keep lifting, lift the armpits. There you go. Head back a little bit. Oh, that's the thing right there. And then turn the palms to face up. Biceps go to the ears. Oh, I just keep making it harder. But can you smile? Can you not put that look on your face and just like rise to the occasion and be like, holy shit, I'm doing it. Yeah, this is good. Arms go back out like a T. Yeah, have a sense of humor. We're almost done. Hands come forward and then put your feet down. Rest yourself forward. Rest your head. All that aggravation and judgment over what? It's over, right? So easily, we get so disturbed so easily, right? We're funny creatures. As soon as we just get out of that comfort zone, as soon as we get into a space where we don't feel comfortable, we get all out of sorts. And it's not just a core exercise, it's everything in life. Someone cuts you off, it's like, oh, they got in your way. Everything's so personal, everything's so judgy. Just imagine if we could just soften that a little bit. Like even just practicing on the mat, being a little softer with yourself about how much there's discomfort and you just sit in it, right? Come to simple cross legs for a moment. Actually, even better, put your feet together and just let your knees drop open wide. And then round your back forward. Just like round your body. Feet together, knees open. It's called Baddha Konasana. And we fold. All kinds of challenges in life, all kinds of opportunities to see how we meet them. And then rise up slowly, bring your knees together. You can open your feet a little bit, but wrap your right arm in front of your shins, and then take your left hand behind your tailbone and give yourself a little spinal twist. Try to sit in the sit bones and draw the tailbone down as you lift your head and chest, puffing the chest a little bit, lifting from the rib cage, keeping the side waist long. See if you can have your hands across both knees. Yeah. That's it, Jason. And then go ahead and release. Wrap the left arm around the front, take the left hand behind the tail. Chest broad, head high. Breathing. So think of this as an opportunity just to create space, not so much that you're trying to go so deep. We did plenty of twisting today. Could you do this one a little softer? Like, could you actually feel the breath moving in the middle of your body? Yeah. That's better. And then we turn and face forward. Go ahead and lay down onto the back. And as soon as you lay down, I'd like you to pull the right knee into the belly. Give it a little squeeze. And as you're holding onto the right leg, could you flex the left foot and pick up the left leg about 1 inch? Not 6 inches, like 1 inch, yeah. Just let it hover there over the mat. There's something about the muscle energy it takes just to unplug a little bit. Yeah. And so the feet are flexing. The right knee is into the belly. The left leg is long. And then lift head, neck, and shoulders like you want to touch your head to your knee. Pull the belly button into your spine and extend both arms forward. Bless you. I was worried about your back if you were going to sneeze, but at least your core is integrated. All right, so we're pulling the ribs and the hips a little closer together. Take a deep breath in, squeeze on the exhale, and then lay your head down, open your arms like a T, and take a twist to your left. So the right leg goes all the way around to the left side. And then I ask on this particular twist, we've been using our muscular energy, and I feel like we have generated enough body heat, like enough of a rise in our core temperature that we can be a little softer here. That we're not trying to make the right knee touch the ground, but we're actually just enjoying that there's a subtle rotation in the spine and a soft movement of breath in the middle of the body. And then see if you can turn your gaze out to the right so that you get that rotation all the way through the cervical spine as well. We'll generate a little bit of heat in the middle before we go to the other side. So if you start to feel like you're cooling down, it's okay. I'm doing my best to pay attention. So we come back to the center, pull both knees to the belly, give yourself a squeeze. And then please hold on to the left knee. Extend the right one out and let it hover over the mat. So you can already feel that there's muscle work going on here. And then we lift head, neck, and shoulders like you want to touch your head to your knee and then extend your arms forward. It's belly to the spine. It's lower back pressing down. It's a release in the lumbar curve. It's just like lengthening the QL and engaging the front. Yeah, and all of a sudden it starts to feel like work, right? So we're just going to take one more breath and squeeze a little more on the exhalation. And as your head lays down, the arms come out like a T. And you take your left leg over to the right side for a spinal twist. And again, we just generated a little bit of heat, so maybe you could be a little softer, a little less trying, a little more opportunity for tension to leave the body. Take one more breath here. And then roll back to the center with both knees in. And then I'm going to ask you to be a little silly with me. I didn't make this up. This is actually a real yoga thing. We're going to take our legs straight up in the air. That's called Viparita Karani. But then we're going to take our arms up in the air. You know me, Michelle. And we're not going to try to touch our toes. We're going to keep the back flat. Keep the shoulders on the ground. But start to shake your hands and your feet. Start to move your legs and your arms. Everything moves all the way to the hips and the shoulders. Like you're in a panic, right? Like literally shake everything you've got. And because your arms and legs are shaking, your whole spine should be wobbling. Like, yes, everything, your hips, your shoulders, everything. If you were talking, you would sound like that. Like everything you got. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lay it down. Lay it all the way down, lay it out, lay your arms out, lay your legs out, and just bathe in the prana. Feel the stirring of energy in your body and just allow it to settle. It's like you just shook up the snow globe and then you put it back on the desk. And I want you to just let all of the flakes settle down to the bottom. Let's gently begin our awakening. One breath, one movement at a time. Eventually stretch and move and breathe enough to come on up to sit. So how are we? You okay? You feel a little warm and fuzzy inside? I hope so. It's kind of a snuggly day, yeah? So maybe we stay in this kind of a mood. Like messy hair, don't care. You know? So sit up nice and tall. Bring your hands to your heart. We'll close our practice with the most beautiful and sacred sound. It is the culmination of all sound. It's just the A, the U, and the M. A is like the first sound when you are a baby. Ah, 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 right? It's the first letter of every alphabet I know, right? So that A sound is just this very natural thing to do. Ah, right? And then it turns into ooh, and it rises from the ah, it rises through the body. And then the M is the culmination and that vibration. And so we're actually moving our own energy. We're lifting and raising our own vibration. And then we're putting that out into the universe. Like, how beautiful is that? So let's do that together. Take a long, slow, deep breath in. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Peace Peace Perfect Peace. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free. May the actions of my life and all of our lives somehow contribute to that happiness and that freedom for all, so that we may all know peace, peace, perfect peace. Namaste. Thank you so much for coming out, even on a chilly day.